I'm Bill Landis with the Northeast Ohio Media Group here with the Mentor Cardinals football team. To my left, we have Coach Steve Trivisonno, quarterback Jake Floriea, and running back, wide receiver, water boy, Eddie Daugherty. Eddie does it all for the Cardinals. Guys, we're going to look ahead to the 2014 season, but Coach, before we do that, I want to ask you about last year. You guys obviously had a great year, make the run to the Division I state championship game. You lose a tight one to Archbishop Moeller. Obviously not the outcome that you want, but can you talk about what that run was like last season?
It was a great run. The back half of the season, I really thought we played very good football, probably as good as we've played in a long time. We struggled out the gate. We were probably pretty average to the first half of the year, and then got better and better. And Connor picked it up, his arm came through, and he figured out the quarterback spot, and we got better on defense. And it was a great run. In the playoffs, we played some good football. We had 3 really tough ones in a row to try to win it, and I was proud of our effort and excited for the school.
You obviously have new faces this season, but does that kind of momentum, can that carry over season to season, even though you have some turnover with the players?
I think it has. We haven't had very much time off. I mean, we were literally ended December 7th, and we were back on January 5th or whatever it was. So, we were right back at it, and they were excited. They've been just working as hard as you possibly can all year long. It's a group that, since they've been in the program, has had 12 extra weeks of practice through the playoffs. Since they were freshmen on up, they've had a lot of extra practice, and some of them have waited their turn, and now it's their opportunity to shine a little bit. So we're excited to show people what they're about. Eddie,
Mentor has been it's become known for its explosive offense. You're obviously a huge part of that. What can we expect from the Cardinals offense this year?
I think we have more consistency than we have in the past, but we still have that big playability and also the run game too.
Jake, you're going to be the one leading that offense in your first year as a varsity quarterback. What have you seen from the offensive group to this point, and what are some things you guys hope to work on as you head into camp?
We've got some new faces and some returners too, so we're looking for some leadership out of guys like Eddie and Alex Matthews, but everyone's starting to pick it up and work together, so it's coming together nicely.
Coach, talk a bit about the schedule. Obviously in the NOC, you play great talent every week. You have Ignatius on the schedule. How does that prepare you guys throughout the season, because with the ultimate goal of reaching the playoffs?
Yeah, you got to understand, to win a Division I state football championship, you better be able to play week in and week out, and I like playing a difficult schedule. With the way Division I is now, you don't have to win them all, but you have to get prepared. We open up with a new team in Youngstown Boardman, which we haven't played before, so that'll be a good experience. Go down there and travel, and then into Ignatius, and then Euclid, and then into NOC. So it's good. It's a great schedule, and our 2 crossovers are the best 2 teams in their division. So it's going to be an outstanding schedule that we're going to have to play week in and week out.
Eddie, you made a joke before we started this video about wanting to play defense. Looking at that side of the ball, you go against those guys in practice, and you've seen them in the summer. How's the defense for Mentor look this season?
I think the defense looks really good. All the DBs, like, they're friends, they work together, and they know how each other play. And also the linebackers and D-line work together, and they're really good up front. And I think our defense can be really dangerous.
Coach, on the subject of defense, obviously you have a great player, Nico Lawton, and your defensive tackle, who's not here with us today. Can you talk a bit about Nico, what he brings to the defense and the defensive line as a whole?
Actually, up front, we're really good. Nico's there, obviously, and he's a special kid. He's 275 pounds, and he runs well, and he gets off of blocks extremely well. Next to him is Billy Hudson, who's a 285-pound kid who started and will be the first 4-year letterman at Mentor High. So those 2 in the middle are really, really good, and we've got a couple good outside guys to go with them, and Trevor Morrison. What we do is we run very well. It's probably the fastest team we've had on both sides of the ball. It's a team that's going to have to stay healthy. If it does that, we got a shot to be pretty good, because we're about as athletic as we've ever been.
Jake, you're obviously a new face on the offense and some new faces up on the offensive line as well. What have you seen from that group?
A lot of hard work. They're slowly coming along, but I've definitely seen a lot of progress out of them. They're really starting to get it.
And Coach, we'll end on this. We've talked about the new players you've worked in. You've lost a lot of talented players from last season. Any concern on your part about inexperience or anything like that heading into the first few weeks of the season?
I mean, that's always a concern. But again, as I said, this group's played 12 extra weeks, so I think that'll help. We've worked very hard in the summer to try to prepare them, and we'll continue through the scrimmages and hopefully come out of the gate pretty well. But we were experienced last year and didn't come out of the gate very well at all. Most of that had to do with health reasons, but we've got to stay healthy and get some experience and start off well, and I think we got a chance to be pretty good.
It should be another exciting season for the Mentor Cardinals. Coach Trivisonno, Jake Floriea, Eddie Daugherty, thanks for joining me. And be sure to stay tuned in to cleveland.com throughout the 2014 season as we bring you more football coverage.